Hello everyone. In today's video I'm going to review NutriBlend Complete Kitchen Machine, and it's a 400 watt mini food processor which has got 22,000 RPM motor speed. It has a mixer, blender, chopper, juicer. I am showing all the attachments here. First one is the dry grinding one, then is the wet grinding one, then is for chopping, and the last one is for making milkshakes plus the juicer attachment. And there is a base. This is a small base which has a motor of 400 watt into which we can fit different attachments. I'll be giving you a complete review, so stay tuned till the end of the video. Firstly, we look at the dry grinding jar. This small dry grinding jar is there. We can interchange the blades according to our wish, and dry grinding will be done by blades which is of two sides. Now we'll see how it does the job. I am dry grinding fennel seeds as we use a lot in the Indian kitchen. You can dry grind coriander seeds, jeera powder. It is doing a pretty good job. We can see it. And now we'll see the output. The fennel powder is soft. It is fine, almost like what we get from the market. So dry grinding is good in this jar. Now we'll test the wet grinding jar. For testing the wet grinding jar, I'll be using two things. Firstly, we are going to make tomato puree, as tomato puree is very much needed in our Indian kitchen. And next we are going to make that hari dhania wali chutney. For wet grinding, what we need to do, we need to use a blade which has got these kind of three sides like this. It's very sharp, and due to cyclonic movement, they say that pureeing will be done very fast. Now let's see how fast it does the tomato puree. And now we just have to fit in like this. There is no button in this. We just need to plug in. If the lock is proper, it will automatically start. You can see the cyclonic movement because of which tomato puree is done, and believe me, it is seriously fast. Almost in a minute, less than a minute it took me to make this tomato puree. Now we'll see whether the puree output is good or not. To me it is satisfactory. Just a little bit of chunks, not exactly chunks, they were just the skin of the tomato. You can see the consistency of the puree. Now we'll quickly make the hari dhania wali chutney, and we'll see. I'm using tomatoes for making the coriander chutney. If you are not using tomato in the chutney, then you may need to add water so that there is free movement of the coriander leaves, and your chutney will also get puree in less than a minute. So now let's quickly see. After I am done adding with all the ingredients, again we need to just keep it like this, put it in the lock position, and we just have to start it. Now you can see the 400 watt power is less, but still it does a good job due to the cyclonic movement, as I already said. Now you can see the chutney is done. It becomes comparatively easy to operate this machine because of its small size. Now we'll see the third attachment, which is the chopper attachment. There is a small chopping bowl into which you can chop your onions, tomatoes, ginger, garlic. I'll be chopping cabbage and carrots for my paratha, and we'll see how it does. We can also chop mixed veg for the Manchurian. It becomes convenient. What we need to do, we just only need this small attachment on the countertop which doesn't take much space, and we can fit in different attachments for different use. We'll be using just one machine for doing so many things. Now we'll just lock the chopping jar and put it again on it, and now we'll see how it does the chopping thing. See, chopping is also done in less than 30 seconds. It just took me less than 30 seconds to chop this much cabbage and carrot. There was a problem. If I would have done it a bit long, I would have not got those two chunks of cabbage which I got. But still, it's the speed is good. And Now we'll see how fine it has chopped. I'll be transferring the content onto the plate so that you people can also see how finely it has chopped. For me, it's perfectly fine for making Manchurian, for making uttapams, chilas and parathas. And now we'll be reviewing the juicer attachment. This one is the bigger attachment where we can use this jug for making milkshakes and lassis also. We have to use the wet grinding jar blade and fix in it. And for the juicing section, we need to put this red thing on. There is a feeder and there is a tube kind of thing which presses the oranges down for getting the juicing done. So now we'll quickly see. I am putting 4 oranges. Right now I am having only 4 oranges. You can see we just need to peel it off and put it in this kind of feeding tube. You can also put the upper cover, that way it becomes convenient and there will be no chances of spillage. Although there was no spillage even at this time, you can see with the help of the feeding tube I am pressing it and all the juice is coming out. The pulp is there in this mesh only. In the steel mesh the pulp is there and the juice is there. It is very convenient to wash. I got this much juice only as the oranges were not that juicy, but still I am happy with this. So my final review is that it takes less power as it has only 400 watts, so it saves electricity. As it takes only 400 watt power, so we can safely run on inverter and power backup. Next thing which I like about this is that it takes very less space, a little space on your countertop, and lastly, it is multifunctional. Even occupying so much less space, we can do so much from it. Dry grinding, wet grinding, even your milkshakes and chopping and juicing. So I thank all of you for watching the video. If you like the video, do hit the like button and share the video with your family and friends. And please subscribe to my channel.